What is going on, guys? It's Noah from 6Flow Automations. Today I'm going to walk you through connecting Retell AI and Cal.com, which will allow your voice agent to book meetings right into any calendar of your choice. Retell has native integration with Cal.com, making this process seamless and very quick to do. As always, if you find this content useful or you want to support the channel, hit that like button, drop a sub, and let's jump right into it. Alright guys, we're going to take this step by step. There's really not much to do here. There's just a few steps. I'll take you through building a very simple voice agent that can book meetings. Then we'll integrate the Cal.com functions, and I will show you a live demo at the very end to show you that it actually books meetings into your calendar in real time. So first of all, let's go ahead and go to retellai.com and we will log into our account. Alright, so I'm in my account now. I'm just going to go ahead and create a new agent, a voice agent. I'll select a conversational flow agent and just start from blank. So you can see here, they already set up a welcome note for us. That's cool. I'm going to switch this out and I'm just going to say, ask user what day and time they want to meet. Switch this to a prompt, and then I will add a few variables to store the information. I'll call it date and time. Cool. I'll add one transition. That'll be user provides date and time. Awesome. So the next thing we're going to do is add a function node. To do that, you can see we have a bunch of nodes on the left side tab bar. We're going to hit the function node right here, and you will see automatically that we do not have any functions set up. To add a function, you just press this add button, and you will see here that Retell AI does have native Cal.com integrations, meaning that it can check calendar availability and book on the calendar using Cal.com. Of course, to do this, you need your Cal.com account. So if I press this, I'm going to need certain information that comes from our Cal.com account. So to do that, we're actually going to go over to Cal.com. And if you don't already have an account, go ahead and sign up. Now here you can see that it's automatically asking me, because I'm signing up with my Gmail, if I want to connect it to my Google Calendar. So right from here, you can set up the Google Calendar or Outlook. Let's say if you're logging in with a Microsoft email, you can actually set it up right here, but I will walk you through connecting your calendars in Cal.com as well. So for now, I'm not gonna press this. I'm just gonna press continue. You just wanna go through these steps, fill out the sign up process. So username, full name, time zone, and then we'll select next. So here again, you can connect your calendars right from here. I'm gonna skip this for now so I can show you how to connect it in Cal.com if you want to connect any calendar in the future. So I will skip this. I will set this up later, and that is okay. And we don't need to do that. All right, so we have successfully created our Cal.com account. So now for actually connecting our calendars in app, what we're gonna do is head over to settings in the bottom left. I know my face is covering it, but you should see a settings button. And then in the left panel, you will see calendars right here. And then you can see right here, you can connect calendar apps. So let's go ahead and click that. So you can see there's many to choose from. You can go Google, you can go Outlook, you can go Apple, you can go CalDev, anything you want pretty much. And the best part about this is you can actually connect multiple calendars. Let's say if you wanted to connect your Google Calendar and your Outlook calendar so that you receive the notifications or whatever your situation may be, you can do that. So let's go ahead and connect our Google Calendar. I'm going to hit details, and then right here you can see there's an install app button. Let's go ahead and press that. It's going to ask me to log in so I can connect my Google Calendar to a specific Gmail. So I'm just going to choose this one, and then I will press select all, and I will press continue. And that is pretty much it for connecting your calendar. You can now see that I have a few calendars that I can toggle on. Right now, I'm just going to leave it to this one specifically. Now to set up an event. So let's go to event types, and you can see here, Cal.com sets up a few automatically for us. I'm going to go ahead and create a new one by clicking the new button in the top right corner. I'll give it a title. I'll just call this YouTube Demo. And here you can see the URL to the calendar, and then the duration of the meetings. You can change this later, but let's just leave it as 15 minutes for now. and then let's press continue. All right, so now we have to actually configure the settings for this event. So let's start off with basics. Here you can see that we can change the title of the event, we can add a description or change the interface language and so on. These settings really aren't too important. The ones that you want to focus on are duration. So here's where you can change the duration of each meeting, or you can allow the booker to select from multiple durations by just toggling this on. I'm going to leave that off for now. A big one that you do want to focus on is location. So I'm sure a lot of you guys do your meetings through either Zoom or Google Meet rather than Cal Video or in person. So to do that, we are going to have to install those apps. So let's say we do it through Google Meet. We're just going to go over to the left tab bar, and under apps, you will see you can see your installed apps. Right now, it should only be Google Calendar because we just set that up. And if we want to install more, we just go over to the App Store and we can search for what we want. But I see Google Meet right here, so I'm going to click on this and I will install Google Meet. Now just select whatever event you want to allow. So for this, I'm going to select the YouTube demo and I will press save and just go through the settings, make sure everything is configured. And this all looks good to me, so I'm just going to press save. And it is as simple as that. So now if we go back into our event, under basics and we scroll down to location, it actually automatically added Google Meet as a location. If it did not, like this, you can always just go to add a location and then select Google Meet, or you can simply just switch the Cal Video location to Google Meet like that, and then don't forget to press save. So that is all you need from the basic settings. Let's go down to availability now. Here is where you can adjust your working hours and time zone. So it automatically set the time zone for me. If this was incorrect, you can go to edit availability right here. It'll bring you to a new page where you can switch your time zone and you can switch your working hours. So here it automatically toggles off Sunday and Saturday because most people don't work those days. If you do want meetings, you can always just turn that on. And then Monday through Friday is 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Adjust those as you want and then click save. Once done, we can just go ahead and close this, and then we will move on to limits. So there's not much to do here. The only thing I suggest adding is a before buffer and after buffer, just because a lot of people don't like having meetings back to back. I usually set a 15-minute buffer just like this, before and after, and we will click save. You can also adjust the minimum notice, hours, days, or minutes, whatever you want, and then a time slot interval. I leave it as is. The next thing we will head over to is advanced. So once you click that, you will see here our Google Calendar is already configured and it is set to the default calendar. If you wanted to change this, you can say, instead of using user settings, you can go to event type and then you can toggle on different calendars. Let's say I wanted this one, I can just toggle it on, or I can just select the calendar that it defaulted to, which I will do. So I'm going to leave that as is. So everything else is pretty good. The only thing you want to make sure is that email address is required, so that is toggled on, because generally if you're booking a meeting with someone, you do want their email address so you can send them the invite link. So make sure that is on. It will be on by default, and then optionally you can make the name required, the phone number required, notes, and so on. And the rest of these settings just leave as is. Those are not important for right now. And guys, that is pretty much it for the cal.com configuration. So let's go ahead and press save, and let's hop back into Retell AI. So like I was showing you before, Retell already sets up the name and the description for this function. We need to provide the API key and the event type ID, which I will show you how to get right now. Starting off with the event type ID, once you're in your event and you look at the URL, you will see a 7-digit number right here. You just want to go ahead and copy that. That is going to be your event ID. So we'll copy that and we'll go back into Retell and paste it right here. As for the API key, we will go back to cal.com. We will select settings in the bottom left corner, and then under developer in the left side tab, you will see API keys. Go ahead and hit that. Then we will just press the add button, and you can give this a name. So YouTube demo is fine. And then it gives you the option to set an expiration date on the API key, meaning that after this many days, the API key will no longer work. I suggest just turning on never expires if you're connecting this to one of your agents, so you don't have to keep track of all your API keys expiring. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll press save, and then you will see a new API key pop up, which we will copy to our clipboard. Now let's go back into Retell AI and just paste that API key right here. I'm just going to quickly switch my time zone to Toronto, and we will press save. Awesome. So now we can actually add this function and it is all set up. So we have our check availability function, which is going to allow the agent to look at our Google Calendar and see if there's any conflicting meetings, which won't allow the caller to book a meeting at that time. Before I connect this to the welcome node, like we did in cal.com, we have to get the user's email because we set it as a requirement to book a meeting. So I'm just going to add a new conversation node and I'm going to say get user's email address. Store that in an email variable, and I will connect this right here. I will switch the transition to user provides email, and then this is what we will connect to our check availability function, just like that. Okay, now the last thing we need to do is add a second function, and this is going to be the book meeting function. So you can see here, once we press add, you'll see book on the calendar, cal.com. That's what we want. Again, Retell sets up the name and the description, so we don't need to touch those. We do, however, need to provide the API key again, which is already copied to my clipboard, and then once more the event type ID. Let's head over to cal.com. Let's go back into our event right here, and we will copy that 7-digit number right here. Just like that. I'm going to switch the time zone again, and I will press save. Then we will add this. We will connect this. First, let's add a transition here. So meeting slot available, whatever. And then we will connect that like that. And our agent is fully set up. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to open my Google Calendar like that. We will go to the calendar that we selected in cal.com, which it already is on. So it looks like I have nothing on August 29th. So let's go ahead and ask the agent to book a meeting then. So we'll go back into Retell AI. I'm going to hit test agent and then press test.
Hey, thanks for calling. I just wanted to check, what day and time would you like to meet?
Let's do August 29th at 10 a.m.
Great, I've got you down for August 29th at 10 a.m. Could I get your email address to send you a confirmation?
Yep, my email is xyz@example.com. Let's head over to our calendar, and there you guys have it. Let me stop this agent. So you have now successfully built a agent that can book meetings right into your calendar in real time using cal.com. Again, you can connect whatever calendar you want. Cal.com actually has CRM integration as well, which is really cool. I'll be covering that in a future video. I hope you guys found this useful. If you did, hit that sub button. It would mean a lot to us, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.